All right, good morning, everyone. So like I said earlier, welcome to round two, right? So we finished our okra, cornmeal crusted okra with our remoulade, our lemon, and our Tabasco, right? So now we're going to be getting into the entree portion of that, right? So we're going to be doing a Panzanella salad, which is a bread salad, very heavy on bread with fresh croutons, which Marcella will show you how to make later on, with a red wine vinaigrette and pan-seared salmon with all kinds of goodies, which we'll get into later. So the first part of this salad is we're going to put together our vinaigrette. The last one we did, not the last one, but the last emulsion we did was a permanent emulsion. So this is going to be a temporary emulsion. So we're going to need to agitate this before we add it to our salad. So starting with our acid, right, our red wine vinegar, already scaled out. And we're going to go ahead and add that into it, right. We're going to add our oregano. Put it off to the side. We're going to add our little teaspoon of garlic. And we're going to add some julienne red onion. You know, as much as you like. Like, I don't like too much red onion, but you can add as much as you like to your dressing. Right, so we have our wet bowl underneath, our wet towel underneath, our bowl secure, our whisk, right? So, just like before, right, we're going to agitate. Slowly adding our fat. Getting the side. So this will separate because it is a temporary emulsion. You know, so we're just going to have to go back and re-agitate it before we add it to our salad. All right. You know, you can smell the oregano starting to bloom in the onion. It smells delicious. All right, so we're just about there. It's coming together nicely. For those of you who don't remember, right, the standard ratio for a vinaigrette is 3-to-1. 3 parts fat, 1 part acid. Right, so now we have our onion in there. Our dressing has come together nicely. I'm going to add a pinch of pepper, pinch of salt, whisk that in, right, and there we go. So it's come together nice, and like I said, it will separate as time goes on. We just take a whisk, we'll bring it back together, add it to our salad, taste it with some lettuce. All right, thank you.
All right, guys, so I'm going to show you how to make croutons. I have a baguette here. So I'm going to start. I'm going to cut it in half first. Put that half to the side. You want to make sure you have a bread knife, because it's just much easier to cut the bread than a regular knife. Okay. Now I'm going to cut it in half again. And then you're going to start dicing your bread to bite-sized pieces. It's up to your preference on how big you want them or how small you want them. Alright, so I have all my bread cut and cubed. I'm going to put it in my mixing bowl. Then I'm going to add my olive oil on the outside. And my salt and pepper. And then toss it. Right. So now that it's all nicely coated, I'm going to put it on my sheet pan, spread it, and then pop it in the oven. So after you put your croutons in the oven at 400 for 15 minutes, it varies on what kind of oven you have, so it's good to just keep a close eye on it. So this is what they look like.
All right, so now that we have our croutons done, we have our vinaigrette done, so it's time to get to like in the components of it, like the vegetables. So we're gonna need some grape tomatoes, which we have here, and all of our vegetables are already washed. So these are pretty big grape tomatoes, so we just kind of want to, quarter them or cut them in half. I like them quartered, but however you like, is what it really matters. So we got a couple there. We're gonna put some off to the side. Right, we're gonna add some cucumber to it, already washed. Personally, I like the skin on it. Some people don't. So we're gonna take the top and the bottom off. We're gonna put that off to the side. If you like the skin off of it, right, just use a peeler, cut it in half, make them manageable so they fit in your hand, right? Take the skin off with your peeler. Right, this is a really nice salad for summer. Like, it's very fresh, it's very clean. It's a hearty salad. This could be just a dinner salad without the salmon on it. So now we have our cucumber clean, right? I like to give myself a flat surface, right? Little planks. So now I got little cucumber squares. Keeping my board clean. Right. We got some mozzarella slices here. Stack it just like that. We're going to cut these in half. Turn it. Right. So we have our tomato. We have our cucumber. We have our mozzarella. We're also going to add some olives to this at the end. So we're going to take a break right now, and then we're going to go into cutting the romaine and then composing it. So we'll see you in a few. Thanks. All right, so we've cut our tomatoes, we've cut our mozzarella, we cut our cucumber, we got our croutons baked up, we got our vinaigrette done, right? So now we need to cut our lettuce. Like, I don't know if any of you guys remember cutting romaine or lettuce, right? So this is our romaine head, right? So I like to take the outer leaves off, and just get rid of them. Either put them in compost, or if you guys got any pets that like to eat this kind of stuff, they can have at it. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to cut the top part off, put it off to the side. Look for any browning or bruising. This one's got a little bit, so we kind of want to pick this off. Set it off to the side. All right, so we're going to cut it in half. Right in half. So from here, we want to cut this into bite-sized pieces, right? So just looking at it, like, I can probably get 1, 2, 3 two cuts in there. 1 incision, 2 incisions, keeping my board clean. Right. Nice bite-sized pieces. Right. So I got a bowl right here. Just gonna put this in my bowl. Move that over to the side. I'm gonna do the same thing with this other one. All right, so we have everything composed, right? We have our beautiful Panzanella salad with some lemon wedges on there, right? We have our salmon. We have our pan heating up. We have some oil, right? So we are doing a pan fry, right? So we want some oil in it, but we're not deep frying it like we do the okra, right? So we're gonna add some oil to it, right? Not too much, just enough. So I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna show you guys. Kind of pools at the bottom, but we're not gonna saturate it in, right? So we have our salmon right there, probably about 4.5, maybe 5 ounces with skin on. All right, we're gonna take some salt and pepper, right? Season high. All right, we wanna coat the salmon nice. We wanna flip it over. All right, I like crispy skin. You know, if you don't like salmon skin, you know, we can take it off. All right, so our salmon is nice and seasoned. Our oil isn't quite there yet. So it's very important, right, that when we're pan frying, that when we're sauteing, when we're deep frying, kind of like Marcella mentioned earlier, that we want to make sure that our pan is ready and hot to go. Right? If we were to add our fish to our pan right now, it would definitely stick, and we want to get a really nice, beautiful sear on it. All right, so our pan is nice and hot, right? So we're going to slowly and gently add our salmon to the pan, laying it away from us, never towards us, and never plopping it down. You know, we want to make sure that we're safe, right? So putting my salmon down, right, away from me. I can hear it, right? So it's telling me that the pan's hot enough, right? Like, we don't want to mess around with it too much. We just kind of want to let it do its thing. We want it to brown. We want it to caramelize. We want to get that nice golden brown sear on it to keep all the juices inside. All right, I have a fish spatula. I have some tongs, thanks to my handy dandy assistant over there. Thank you, Marcella. I have a towel now. So as I'm looking at it, right, I can see the sides, like it's starting to brown. It's getting golden brown. It's starting to pull away from the pan. So it's letting me know that it's getting ready. It's not quite ready now. I'm going to leave it on here probably for about another minute, and then we're going to flip it over. Okay, so it's pretty ready to go. Like, it's talking to me, it's telling me it's ready. So either with my fish spat or tongs, whatever you feel comfortable with. Like, I took my fish spat and I kind of loosened it up a little bit, right? So I'm going to take my salmon, right, flipping it over, right, just so you guys can take a look at it, right? So it's nice, it's got some beautiful color to it, right? We're going to put it back on the heat, right? And we're going to let this piece probably cook for like another maybe 2 to 3 minutes. You know, we want to bring it up to 145 internally, and it'll be cooked all the way through. You can eat salmon a little more underdone, right? But you need to be careful when consuming raw shellfish or seafood. So just an FYI. Right, so we have our salmon, we have our salad, it's been resting, right? So I'm going to gently take my salmon out the pan. I'm going to kind of shake off the excess fat, right? So since we seared this with the skin on it and we have this crispy skin, like, I like to plate it up so the skin doesn't get soggy. You can plate it like this, right? It is, I'm going to show you all 4 sides. So we got that. Like, it's nice and brown and crispy and it just looks delicious, and all the juices are seared in there, right? So we're just going to go ahead and set this in the center, right? And we have some lemons on the side over our nice Panzanella salad. So this is a lovely dinner salad. Like I said, you can omit the salmon and just have it as a nice dinner salad as it is already. It's already very hearty. We can add portobello mushrooms to make it vegetarian. We really hope you enjoy this one. It's a very beautiful salad, lovely for this time of year. So we'll see you later. Thanks for joining us.